I am continually with you. You hold my right hand, you guide me with your counsel, and afterward you will receive me to glory. Whom have I in heaven but you? And there is nothing on earth that I desire besides you. My flesh and my heart may fail, but God is the strength of my heart and my portion forever. But for me it is good to be near God. I have made the Lord God my refuge, that I may tell of all your works. Psalm 73, 23 through 26 and 28. I'm at the lake, standing in the grass, right next to the sand. I walk down the path hand in hand with the lover of my soul. It was a long path. It was beautiful in fall colors and all of the different plants and seeds. And it's all grown up almost to shoulder height on the side, but it's mowed down so that we can walk through it. And it's a private place just for us. Nobody can meet us here. Nobody else knows about it. And we're headed for the shoreline of the lake. And we've reached it, and now we're standing together right at the grassy spot beneath this old dead tree, and it's all gnarly and beautiful. It's burly looking. It's really just picturesque, and we're standing beneath it because it's partially fallen over. And I have my arms around Jesus. His chest is warm against my tummy, and I have my head against his shoulder and my forehead into his neck. It's a cool evening, but he feels warm. I can hear his breath and his heartbeat. I put my hand on his chest and I can feel the thump. And then an eagle flies past. There are bald eagles that live in these trees, and there's a bald eagle that flies past. It is huge and majestic and beautiful. It's soaring over the water. And I'm just holding on and clinging to my God. And I'm just pouring out what's on my heart. How things have been hard and it's not easy. But I'm so in love with him, and I'm so thankful he's here. And he keeps speaking. Sweet nothings over me. He's telling me my heart is full for you. I'm so proud of you. I'm so glad you want to be with me. Just stay right here. Let me hold you. Oh, I'm so glad we can be close together. And he kisses my head. And I nuzzle in closer. I just love the warmth. He says, "You are so beautiful. You're such a good mom." I love how you chase after me. I'm so proud of you. You're doing what I want you to do. I like how you're casting off sin. I like how you're trying to be a healthy person. I really like how you're following me. I tell him I love you so much. Thank you for letting me follow you. Thank you for encouraging me. I know I can always count on you. You're such a good friend. I've never felt more loved than when I'm with you. And he rubs my back, kisses my cheek and my forehead. He says, I love you. It's okay. It's okay. I just think you're great. And I just giggle. Say, you are so kind. I want to be just like you. I want to love like you do. Just seeing the good in people. Thank you for forgiving me. Will you help me to forgive too? I just feel like heaven on earth when you're right here with me. Thank you for encouraging me to come to you and cling to you and hold tight. Oh, I just love the warmth and the love that you give me. I know that your heart is full, just like mine is. Thank you for your wisdom. You are such a kind person. A kind God. Wow. I'm so glad I have a kind God that loves me. And you made my body. You can heal me, can't you? He says, yes, absolutely. Would you just ask and ask and ask? I would love to give you good gifts. Oh, you're my favorite. I love you so much. What do you want from me? Don't you know I own the cattle on 1,000 hills? I can give you what you want. Just ask, my little child. I love you. So I hold tight. Oh, thank you so much. I don't know why I was feeling lonely and scared before. You're right here. You're always here. He says, that's right. Please don't forget that. I'm right here. I'm here for you. Even if hard things come, just come to me. I want to hold you so tight. I love you so much. I feel the breeze from over the water, and I look out at the water, and there are some waves in the sand, and it's beautiful, and it's rocky. I feel so full of joy and love. It's so silly. Why do I go away from this spot? It's so silly. Oh, I love you, God. Thank you for inviting me to come in prayer and Bible study, to meet you every single day. Thank you for your warm embrace. Even when hard things come, I'm going to praise you because you're so kind. I've never known anybody so kind. I look down, and at our feet there's a little turtle, and it's really cute. Oh, look at that. Jesus picks it up, and he's kind of squirming in his hands. He said, isn't this cool? I made this up. I thought of this with my own mind. I said, God, you are so creative. I love that. He's so cool. He has rough skin, and look at the way his little legs move around. I like that a lot. You're such a creative God. Oh, I'd love to see more of what you have made and how you think. I am so excited to know someone so creative and loving and in control of everything. I can't believe I get to be with you and loved by you. I'm your favorite. You're so kind to me. And I know you feel this way about all your children. I start looking at all the different weeds and plants and trees. And I tell him, I really like these things. What is this called? And he's telling me all about the different things he made. I like that a lot. That's so interesting how you make the different seeds to cling to different things. They all look so different. That's so cool. Will you show me more of what you've done? He said, I would love to. Just come to me. All you are weary and heavy laden, come to me. I say, you're right. There's joy with you. Oh, this is so much fun. Oh, I just want to hug you tighter. You're so nice to me. What a beautiful day you made. Wow. The clouds. And every day is so unique. And I can face every day with rejoicing because you made it. And you're so kind and good. There's absolutely nothing that gets past you. You know what you're doing with every moment. And it's all for my good. You are so good. Why do you love me? He looks at me and says, I just do. It's for my glory, okay? Just trust me. And he kisses me on my forehead. You're so kind. I want to be like you. Thank you, God. My heart feels full and joyful and so hopeful. There is nothing I have to be afraid of, nothing I can't do, because look at who I'm with. Look at who loves me so, so much. He made my body. He can do anything. And he's so kind. Thank you for inviting me to be with you, God. You are so beautiful and wonderful. Thank you for seeing me as a jewel. It makes me feel really good. He says, you are so precious to me. Sometimes you think I'm mad at you and I don't want to be with you. It's not true. Would you just come closer to me? I want to hug you tight. Oh, thank you, God. That is so nice of you to say. Thank you. Oh, you make me feel like $1,000,000. He says, $1,000,000? I own the cattle on 1,000 hills, lady. Okay, a lot more than $1,000,000. Oh, I can't wait to come back tomorrow and hug again during Bible study and prayer time. Oh, I can't wait. He says, you know what? You don't even have to wait. Let's just walk through this day together. Really? Even during the hard parts? He says, yeah. If something gets hard, just tell me about it. Let's turn it around. Let's use it for good. Oh, you are such a good counselor. Thank you for that. I would love to walk through this day hand in hand with you. It's so beautiful when you're with me. Okay, let's go. And we start walking hand in hand back down the path.